Happy Thanksgiving from the Sports Hit List. Carl Coulage here. Thank you all, everyone, for joining us on this Thanksgiving Day. I am very thankful and very grateful for everyone here and the opportunity to talk sports with everyone. Thank you for joining us and always being around to like, share, and comment on all of our content. We have some very special guests. This show today is all about the Sports Hit List brand. So we have some smoke and mirrors. We have our regular Sunday panel. We also have that Tuesday show with that man, what's his name, Manny the Fan Zone, which he can get himself canceled if he keeps talking trash. But I know there are people in the waiting room, so I'm not going to give them any more time to wait. I know Greg is very anxious to get in. Greg doesn't like to wait, apparently. So I'm going to allow him to come into this Zoom space as they come in. Steph, happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving, sir. How you doing?
Greg has a problem waiting. And know what intros are. There's an intro to shows, and for some reason you had to be the only impatient MFer to say something on this beautiful Thanksgiving day. You couldn't just allow the intro to be natural, and then I let you in. You had to have something.
First of all, that's not my only issue with you. Before I get into my issues,
sunglasses outside,
sunglasses.
He's feeling himself. He's not in New York. Clearly. He's feeling himself real well. Look at him, right.
So happy Thanksgiving to Carl and the bros. So and thank Carl. Why is it that you are the only one that cannot send out an actual Zoom link? Like, we are in 2021. Why are you sending out numbered meeting codes and passcodes? It is not that hard to copy and paste the link. You have
I'm lazy.
Multiple devices where you can do that.
I must be better. So for you guys, next time I will send you guys an actual link. Maybe I just need to create the same key link so that people could just pull up.
Literally.
Garrison, happy Thanksgiving, bro. I was thinking about you, man, because Power 2 came back, and I'm like, my guy Garrison is on it, right? Are you on it or not? Man. Are you on BMF too, bro? BMF is lit. I'm telling you. Are you
Carl,
on
you got
stars though, right?
More, man. Love the things that you watch. You're better than that. Leave that Power Series 2 alone. You know what? I have thought about watching BMF. I've been hearing a lot of like social media, Instagram be wilding with BMF. So I was like, let me see what's going on with that. I might check it out.
All right, but Tariq is back. Let's let you know now. So
ain't nobody care. Anybody got time for Tariq?
So how you guys doing this Thanksgiving? What are the Thanksgiving traditions in the family? I know you guys been celebrating Thanksgiving since you guys were born together. So what's the traditions in your family?
So my traditions have kind of changed up now that I'm married. Whereas before it always used to be with the family, but now every other year, sans COVID, I fly down to Texas to be with the in-laws. So that's why you see me out here outside, because y'all can't
sunshine.
Complaining, right? Get all that sunshine, that warm.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little breezy out here. It'll feel like a New York night. I was a little surprised when I stepped outside.
What's breezy?
It's like 39.
It's like 45 or something like that.
All right, Stefan and Garrison. So are you guys getting together for the local family or no?
We gonna get together. Typically it's at my parents' place. That's where we celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's the usual, right? You wait a long time for the food, but
mine not gonna like to hear that.
She might not like it, but it's a fact.
Hold on.
Well, you know what? There's a difference between a matter of
this time. So we got
there's a difference because we know some people eat at like 2:00, but we know black folks, we normally eat at like 6, 7.
But my thing is it makes it taste better, bro, because like you've been waiting, you're edging the whole time. Yeah. It's like you smell the food.
Sunset edging.
It's a fact. That's what it is. You edging, bro. You smell the food. You know it's about to be lit, but you can't have it for like another 4 hours.
Yeah. So what time is dinner? So I can pull up. What time is dinner?
I got 5:30. 5:30.
Okay.
We give
Steph, didn't Anthony Mullen pull up one year? I feel like he did.
Anthony Mullen was there 2019, I'm gonna say.
Wow.
I got a picture actually on my phone of you and Ant talking. Hopefully, no, I mean it's probably, argument, because when it's Ant, it's always beef.
Always beef.
So we got some football to get to, and then before I let you guys go, I'll definitely have you guys go around and what you're thankful for. But first up, we got the Bears and the Lions. Is it Thanksgiving tradition that the Lions always get their time on Thanksgiving Day, given that they're such a terrible team? But every year, it's like Thanksgiving tradition that the Lions play to kick off Thanksgiving Day. Garrison.
Yeah, man, like that's that. It is tradition. Granted, how terrible they are, it's going to be an awful game. Like
Goff is back.
Oh my God!
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I thought it was Tim Boyle.
Yeah, no. Goff is barring any setbacks. Goff is gonna go.
I mean, not
that
like
makes it even worse. Goff needs to hang up his cleats. I'm so tired of
Andy Dalton starting because you have the rib injury for Fields. So it's Goff and Dalton.
Have you guys seen Jared Goff get picked up in our 2-quarterback league and dropped every week? Because no one.
He's bad, but the last time they met, he did have 299 yards and 2 touchdowns, no turnovers.
Yeah, he has 0 wins.
well, that's because Chicago on the running game, like Chicago did well, right? Like they that was the first game that Justin Fields started, and they ran the rock, and they could still do that. It's one of those games where honestly, I think you could just help out in the kitchen and not watch.
You could listen to that one. Listen up to watch. Just listen to it. Hear a couple plays. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, like
I don't want nothing to do with that game.
So Garrison, if you had to make a pick, like just for the sake of picking.
Oh, if I had to make a pick, I'm going Bears. They said there's no one on that Detroit roster that I feel like is going to do anything.
I would say the only person is Swift.
Yeah, but Chicago's run defense isn't bad.
Yeah. Oh no, not that it's bad, but he's also coming out the backfield, so it's not like he has to rush the ball in order to be effective.
Also true. I'm gonna go Bears here. I think Darnell Mooney continues his hot play.
Want him to?
Yeah, that too as well.
But the Avenger Cup.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bears.
That's some orange juice in there, right, Greg? For the
we keep it a PG-13. Just a little seltzer water, a little something like
13. Boy, wait, let me see that cup. Really though, the solo cup in the morning,
right? It's 10 o'clock where you're at. It's
10 o'clock. Why do you got a solo cup,
bro?
Because I didn't want to bring the can out.
You don't
want to bring the can
First of all, I'm not at home, right? I have my special mugs that I drink while I'm on air. You know this, so I gotta go with. Wow. So I'm gonna go with the solo cup. Like, why are you so judgy, bro?
Everyone here on our panel has the Bears except for Ray. Ray's going with the Lions. He thinks this is
first of all, I told y'all in the chat.
First place, Ray.
Ray has a secret bookie that he has locked up on a ship, on a Navy ship somewhere that's feeding him intel. I'm convinced because if the Lions win, we need to go down and pay Ray a visit and find out how he's getting these.
Honestly, though, I think it's a good move for Ray to like get up one on everybody, right? Because everybody's gonna go Chicago at this point. But this isn't one of those games where it's a landslide that Chicago's going to win. They're 2 bad teams. and ultimately, I do think that Swift is going to be a major part of that. Goff does have something. I mean, every time he goes out, he has something to prove, right? But he never proves it. I just think that when the lights are the brightest, Goff doesn't show up. However, Swift is just a major factor. He can carry that team enough where if the Lions D can make a few stops, that running game and then also him in the passing game could be the difference because Andy Dalton doesn't push the ball. We're talking about 2 bad quarterbacks. So I think Ray might have something there.
All right.
But I'm going Chicago, though. I'm still going to go Chicago.
You're still going Chicago. Okay. All right. In our next matchup, we have the Raiders, who are 5-5, versus the Cowboys, who are 7-3. Manny hasn't made his pick yet, but we can assume where he's going. But everybody else so far, Declan, Chuck, shout out to Deck, who's not here. Peter and Ray went with the Cowboys. So Greg, let me start with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think that they still have a lot to prove after getting trounced by Denver and then KC just getting stuffed by KC. Yeah. They got a lot to prove, and I just think shout out to Manny. The Raiders aren't that good. They stink. And it's especially when you have all the situations going on around the team and just the talent just falling off a cliff. Brian Edwards still can't get a target to save his life, bro. So the Raiders are just discombobulated.
So he ran around on like 80% or 90%.
83%. 83% of the snaps and was not targeted once.
I mean, just for fantasy purposes, I get tight. But if I'm Brian Edwards, I just stop running routes. Just stand on a line of scrimmage, like, do your thing, bro.
But you know what? All year about the Cowboys, it's been about how they can't beat good teams, and this is just them, being the teams that they should beat. But when it gets to the playoffs, I think people are really waiting to see what they can do when it gets there.
Who said that? That sounds like something Ray said when he was arguing about that getting paid. Who said that?
Maybe it is a Ray line. I don't know.
Hold on.
Maybe it is a Ray line.
Hold on. The Cowboys haven't really beat any good teams though. Like he's not wrong. The Cowboys are still there. But
here's the thing.
Defense, hold on.
Okay.
Their defense is okay. I think their offense is high powered. It's very good in the league. But, Mike McCarthy has proven to be an ineffective coach this year. He hasn't been good
this
personally.
year.
Well, you're right. For years, but he's getting more exposed now. And I don't see them like they lost against Tampa in that first game. They played a lot of mediocre teams. Everyone in their division is terrible.
So are we gonna act like the Chargers are not a good football team?
Yeah, I was gonna say they beat the Chargers. Like that's
okay, I'll give.
But
you
let's be real. I guess it's barely they beat the Chargers.
If you look at that game,
go to overtime, right?
Not only did the refs pull back a huge call that would have had the Chargers go up at the back end of that game.
Yeah,
they barely eked that one out. Granted, they won.
They won by 3 points. Yeah,
they won it, but that back end of that game, the refs easily took.
Hold on, what we're not gonna do is that. Just like you said, they lost to Tampa. Yeah. They beat the Chargers.
Okay, and I did say that. I said they still got
it. Caveated it.
The context of winning.
The hell of it out of it.
The context of the win.
Because they played really well against Tampa.
Oh my God.
They're gonna be so good.
So Garrison, you're a Cowboy hater?
No. What it is?
He's a Skip Bayless hater, and Skip Bayless is a Cowboy fan. So
then you have the fact that he thinks I swore up and down that CeeDee Lamb was better than Justin Jefferson. So you gotta add the context into that. And Garrison is just a natural born hater in his life. Think about how he talks about KD.
Let me just say something real quick.
I know you had to say that though. I know you had to talk about KD. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
When you're a younger brother, you watch your older brothers and you learn things from them. If I learned being a hater from somewhere, it came from my first brother. Because that boy is the biggest hater I know. The biggest hater I know. It's like he wakes up and he's like,
if y'all out there watching, if y'all want to see what a scapegoat is, Garrison just tried to scapegoat the hell out of being a hater.
And the crazy thing is, Steph is like stuck in the middle. He's like, I don't know what y'all two, yo. He's stuck in the middle of for his life.
You gotta let him squabble sometimes. You gotta let him squabble. You only step in when it gets bad.
But like that being said, the Cowboys, I don't think they're a sure thing in anything. They still have a lot to prove. And Dak Prescott has honestly, I don't think he hasn't played
since the bye.
Since he came back.
Yeah.
All right. So Garrison, are you going Raiders here?
Oh no.
all that to say about the Cowboys.
And I'll tell you why.
You just pulled a Travis.
You just
pulled a Travis McKay.
I'll tell you why I'm not going Raiders. and it's purely because of our resident fan, Manny Alidio.
Okay. All right.
Well, the Raiders do stink though. Like they're not winning this game. Yeah. But I'm just not gonna let you say the Cowboys are this amazing team because we still have to see a lot from the Cowboys too.
Yeah, no one's saying that.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Who in the NFC has proven to be that team? They have all lost questionable games.
Yeah, that's fair, but none of those teams the Cowboys face, they're at the bottom of all of those questionable teams. The Packers are the only team right now that you could say is like a little ahead of the curve.
They just lost to the Vikings.
And again, that's what I'm saying. But
the Cardinals, honestly, I would say the Cardinals. No, the Cardinals
with Kyler Murray, they have played like that with Kyler. Yes,
right.
Kyler's not there. And granted, they did win 2 out of 3 games without Kyler.
I was gonna say Colt McCoy is doing enough for them to win.
And the Rams too. No, you guys wouldn't say the
Rams lost the
Rams have some tough
games too.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Steph, your crush pulled up. He said he sent you heart faces.
Hey, what's good, baby?
Oh my God. Steph, you have a pick here? Go ahead.
Yeah, I do have a pick. I will say this. So the Raiders are winless since their bye, right? There's 3 losses in a row. They're not a good team. We all know that. I will say, Garrison, to push on your point. True. You're right. But Manny's delusional. We know that. It happens. Manny got love for you, bro, but you're a little delusional. I will say this. The Cowboys beat New England, and New England has shown us that they are a team that shouldn't be taken lightly. So you can't sit there and act like, they haven't beat anybody that's worth mentioning. Yes, the offense might be
the same team when they faced them.
What do you mean? It's week 6. The defense to me was still. It's not. It's come to life.
But Mac Jones was not the same quarterback at that point that he was there.
Mac Jones doing the same thing. He's managing games.
Even then,
he wasn't turning the ball over.
Even then, the Patriots defense has gotten better since that point.
I agree that they have gotten better. That does not mean that they were not good enough, though, to still beat teams. They weren't a bad team. You're making it seem like they haven't played anybody worth noting. And I would
at that point, that team in week 6 was not as good as this team right now. They were,
but their defense was starting to peak.
Yeah,
is what Steph is saying. So it's not like they were going against some trash team.
Doesn't mean that they were not good then. You're saying that there's nobody worth noting. I say New England and the Chargers are worth noting as teams that they have beaten that count for something.
I look at if the Patriots played now against Dallas, that game is not the same.
What are we saying? That could happen for any team.
Well, you know my line though. I don't deal with it.
Here we go.
Burn the shirt. Don't even say it.
Listen, Greg, you want to agree though. You want to agree.
No. That's not. I wasn't going to go agree. I was going to actually mention.
Agree with me.
No, even the Vikings just beat the number 1 seed in the NFC. The Cowboys also beat the Vikings, right? We can say that the Vikings are a better team than their record, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then. So they beat the Chargers, they beat the Vikings, they beat the Pats. What are you here talking about? They're not that good. They haven't played anybody.
I think you're just discrediting them more than you need to. I'm not saying
I don't think so. I think that there is a lot. You're inflating that record. You're inflating that team. The Cowboys? We're talking about the Cowboys? Yes.
But what I think Garrison is trying to say is that, like, when you get to the likes of Green Bay, you get to the likes of the Bucks, you get to the likes of the teams that they have to beat to get to the Super Bowl, can you see them beating those teams? Is that fair to say?
It's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Come on. No.
I'm not going that route. I'm not going that route with this Cowboys team. I think that there's still more that they need to prove offensively. Dak has just not been back. He hasn't been 100%. At least it's shown that in the pocket and out of the pocket. He just hasn't been the quarterback that we saw.
He's been terrible. He's had 2 terrible games. That Denver game, he was atrocious. This last game, he was atrocious against them.
Yeah. But I'm not sitting here singing the praises of the Cowboys. I'm just saying that they're not as bad as you're making them out to be. You are a Skip Bayless hater, and by extension, a Cowboy hater.
This actually isn't okay. This isn't just towards Skip Bayless. I promise you. Like, really,
I don't believe you.
Well, let me move on, because I'm gonna go Cowboys still, because I do not believe that the Raiders have a chance to win. They're gonna lose a lot of games this year, and this is gonna be another one of them. Manny, sorry, it's gonna be a sad, I guess, Thanksgiving.
I did say the Raiders were gonna finish third in that division. I said it like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to our last game. We have the 6-4 Bills versus the 5-5 Saints. Everyone's going with the Bills for this game. And I know how Greg feels about the people got the Bills, and I know the Bills.
I didn't make my pick.
No, I'm saying so far. So far, Declan. Let me be clear. Declan, Chuck, Peter, and Ray have the Bills. That's what I have. All the other ones I'll get in later, but I know there's been some inconsistency with the Bills so far. So I mean, I know they haven't been playing up to their potential or what people expected them to play for. Greg, who you have here?
Matt Breida, about to be started.
I know, but I'm gonna go with the Saints here, and here is why. Right? Okay, the Saints have a top 2 rushing defense. They also have Marshawn Lattimore, who literally can take their best receiver out of a game. Right? He can shut off one side of the field on Stephon Diggs, and I don't know if Emmanuel Sanders can carry that workload. And Josh Allen cannot be this team's leading rusher week in and week out. And if he doesn't start sliding, that's a defense that will hurt him.
All facts.
So I got this, and the Saints have played competitive football with Trevor Siemian, shocking to the world. But even when the Eagles went up big last week, they still mounted a comeback, albeit for naught. But I also think Kamara comes back today, and I think that's also going to be a huge impact for Siemian to have that safety blanket. So give me the Saints in the upset, and shout out to Paul Lawson. I think he's right, man. The Bills have not beat a good team while they're playing well, and the Saints can be a tough team to beat. And I think they're in New Orleans on top of that.
Yeah, Kamara is out though.
He's out this week. Oh, shit. And start Mark Ingram real quick.
Mark Ingram is actually questionable.
Ingram has not been bad.
Uphill battle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's this Jones Jr. cat that people have been picking up in fantasy because he's going to be getting most of the carries.
So Garrison, who you have here?
You know, I do agree. I'm not sold on the Bills. I think that they have there's a good chance that they could go ahead and fumble this game. They're supposed to win. I think they're like, as you can see the picks before, like the Bills should be the team to beat going into this game. But I really like the Saints defense. I like their run defense. And like you said, Marshawn Lattimore could absolutely take Diggs out of this game. And I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I could see the Saints getting like, 21-17 kind of game. So like
you're going Saints. 90s game.
Yeah, I'm going Saints. Like I'm still not sold on the New Orleans offense though. Like it's still like even with Simeon, he's been playing okay, but the defense
need the running game. They need Mark Ingram. Ingram has really been an engine for them since he's come back.
He has.
Yeah, so like I
need Mark Ingram.
I can see the Saints defense getting some turnovers and getting like scoring some points off of that. And I think they're going to need to if they want to win it, but I'm going to call Saints an upset.
All right. So Steph, are you going to make it a brother?
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
just like 2015 when we was running down the street with the sweet video.
Sweet.
That was one of the best videos you guys ever had. I'll be honest. If someone could pull that video up and just send it to me,
that's like the last time.
I could have sworn someone yelled "bitch" when they had the broom in the air.
It was Garrison.
It was Garrison.
That video is classic Polius stuff, man.
That's the last time Greg did a cartwheel. Honestly,
hasn't
yo, please pull that up for the Hitless.
Just for that, when I come back to New York, y'all have video.
No, you're not.
Please do that.
Father, chill out.
That video is classic. That video is classic.
And that game was classic. Ooh.
Amazing. Go ahead, Steph. So you're going Saints too, right?
Yeah, I got Saints too. And for every reason that they mentioned, I just think that this defense is going to give Josh Allen the fits, right? And Stephon Diggs, it doesn't take a Lattimore for Stephon Diggs to be taken out of a game. We've seen him barely produce this year. The numbers that he should produce as a number one. He's had 2 standout games, I want to call, pretty much. But you have to worry about Dawson Knox. He is going to be the outlet for Josh Allen. And if you're playing daily fantasy, if you're doing fan duels, I'm high on him. I'm high on Knox this game. I just think if they're going to have any offense through the air, it's going to be him and potentially Sanders. But Garris, you had like a 21. What was the score you think it's going to be?
21-17.
17. I'm thinking like 17-10, maybe 17-13, where I could see this Saints defense locking down the Bills in that way. Josh Allen has something to prove, and he's going to go out there wanting to throw the ball a lot, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. And that running game just does not exist.
I think this is an interesting point of Josh Allen's career. Declan's favorite quarterback.
Yeah.
I see Josh Allen getting at least a rushing touchdown. He's gonna punch one in.
Yeah, at the goal line. He's their best rusher, goal line.
So I see
as long as they're in the red zone.
But what I'm saying is because he faced adversity when there was no expectations. Now there are expectations of them being a championship caliber football team. So how is Josh Allen going to respond after a couple poor performances? And I'm not talking about the outlier versus the Jets. I'm talking about against good football defenses.
But that's also the thing.
The Bills' defense isn't bad though. I do want to Bills.
No, they're very good.
Their defense is great.
Their secondary is very good.
I'm still not super sold that the Saints offense is gonna do that well.
You gave them.
I feel like you're gonna get a lot of short fields. You're gonna get a lot like the Saints defense and the Bills defense is they're gonna get a lot of short fields. So I do think I give at least Josh Allen 2 touchdowns and maybe about like 280 yards.
All right. Guys, I have one more pick. The football panel wanted to get your opinion on Ohio State versus Michigan. That's the game that was on Saturday.
Ask me and Garrison. Don't ask Stephen.
Hey, honestly, real quick, I'd have been like, Garrison, Chris, go first. But who y'all choosing? What y'all reasons? I might just piggyback on one of
them. So, Greg, who you have in that game on Saturday, the 27th?
So I mean, I'm gonna go OSU, but not because they're better, but because I want to do it to spite Ray.
Okay,
as the Michigan fan, but they also are better.
They're definitely better.
Garrison, who you got?
I got OSU as well. And after the last game, I'm very high on OSU again going into this one. And I don't know why you even entertain that they might not be better. They're better football.
Oh no, that was just to give Ray some slight hope and pull it back.
Yeah, no.
And I guess Steph, you're going with Ohio for the Super Bowl.
No. Ohio State.
Ohio State.
And I got Ohio State beating them by like 25 plus.
I got them putting
it's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna be real ugly.
And then finally, before I let you guys go, Thanksgiving.
Oh wait, hold on. One more thing. Can I just throw something in there?
Chatty Cathy today.
A little bit. No, because he was talking football, and I just how's Florida doing this year, bro?
I knew we were going there.
Oh man, we talked college football. I didn't think because he was saying, "Oh, when LSU plays, Florida,
listen.
It's gonna be great." He was making
all
all these statements.
All right.
We finally got on air, and before his birthday, his team went and get clapped up.
So here's what I will say. You got it this year, Gary. You got it. Yeah, LSU Tigers, yeah, Bayou Bengals, right? They beat my team. My team went and disappointed after losing to Kentucky and just had a terrible season. Our coach went and got fired, as he should, after that. So my Gators got to regroup, and hopefully we come back better next year. So you got it.
All right. Guys, I just wanted to say that this is the Thanksgiving show. If I don't tell you guys enough, I'm very thankful and grateful for your contributions to the Sports Hit List brand. No one's getting paid, but just the energy and the level that Smoke and Mirrors and Greg's family has brought to this has really been tremendous and amazing. And I can't thank you guys enough and how much I love you guys. So thank you on the behalf of me and the Hit List family. We appreciate all the laughs and the giggles and all the hard work that goes into producing Smoke and Mirrors. So thank you so much. And if you guys want to throw any special shout outs there to anyone that they're thankful or grateful for, you could take the time now before I transition to the other show.
Greg, you want to start it off?
I'll start off. So I'm thankful for everyone that makes this possible. I'm thankful for you, Carl, for giving us this platform, because 15, 20 years ago, who knew this is what we'd be doing?
I know I hated your ass back then.
Another hater,
right? But most of all, I am thankful for my wife, because I know for those of you that have wives or girlfriends, this is a lot. And for her to, be there and support me through this, I greatly appreciate it.
Steph.
Yeah. I mean, same, thankful to Hit List family, for the fans, for supporting us, supporting Smoke and Mirrors. Boss man, for you to, giving us the platform, very much appreciative. And my family, my friends, it was a trying year. 2021 was slightly better, but it means a lot to have, friends and family be able to, see people again and go out. Like what we're able to do now compared to last year isn't lost on me. So I appreciate every moment I have with the people that I love and care for. I'd love to have more, Sports Hit List meetups. I'm just saying, like we can actually, it's cool to see y'all on the screen, but I'd actually like to meet up and we could drink, hang out, watch a game. But I am thankful that we're able to do all this and have our fun, work hard and enjoy, and put a great product on camera for the folks.
All right, thank you, sir. Garrison.
Oh man, I'd say to start, I'm thankful for my brothers for allowing me on the show. I'm thankful for you, Carl, for giving them the platform to put this all together. I've watched them work hard to make it what it is, and I'm always happy to kind of jump in and assist when I can, because I do enjoy it. Thankful for the whole Sports Hit List. You guys keep some of my mornings at work real interesting. The different group chats, all that. I'm very thankful for that. And most importantly, I'm thankful for my family. Definitely, like Steph said, 2020 was tough, and I think in these past couple months, just being not having access to them during that time, it's been an amazing time being able to kind of make up for that. So I'm definitely thankful for that. I'm thankful for my friends, the people who kind of hold me down when, we're always not at our best. So, yeah, man.
Greg, I got a special message for your son, man. Tell him I hope Santa gives him some coal after his comment last night, because that wasn't very nice. I'm very nice to kids, but he's got to chill. He said the Celtics suck. I remember that.
He's not wrong. Again, he's not wrong.
They're a lot better team than we are. Okay,
the crazy thing is,
better.
He wasn't even paying attention to the game. He just happened to look on the TV and see the score, and that was his immediate reaction.
And that's because that's what kids know, the truth. Truth speaking of
that, the truth hurts, pun intended. I'll talk to you guys soon. He really does. I feel terrible sometimes, man. I'm just like, damn, just shut up, please.
That's what we be saying, but you over there caping for him.
That's my guy. What am I supposed to do, man?
Hold him accountable for his actions. Someone take his phone away.
You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm sure we'll be chatting it up and sharing our plates in our group chats and seeing what people are eating out there.
Chill. I'm hungry. I'm eating.
I'll talk to you guys soon. And we'll have our regular Sunday kickoff show. And I guess you guys are taking off Black Friday to go shopping. And Smoke and Mirrors will be back on Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Take care.
You're watching the Sports Hit List Thanksgiving special by the fans and for the fans. We're going to transition to our next segment with Mike Phillips. Mike, where are you driving to, sir? Fix your phone. You got to turn it the other way, brother. Are you driving to go eat? Are you on the road? Are you on the road to go get food? Are you on the road to go get Lori something that she forgot to get at the market? Is that what she's doing right now? She's sending you out to go buy stuff?
No, that's not it. I'm actually going your way. I'll be in Ronkonkoma. So
you'll be. Oh, you going down to the island, baby? You coming out here?
Yeah, coming out to the island.
Yes,
coming out to the island.
What it is. How's it going, bro?
It's going well. It's going well. You know what it is? Usually we go to Hershey for Thanksgiving because Hershey really does a great thing. They do a Hershey. They do a Thanksgiving dinner and then they flip the lights on for Christmas. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. We usually do it for the kids. But we have something that we have to do on Saturday, so it would have been too much of a quick turnaround. So we said, you know what, we're going to go out. We're going out to Windows on the Lake. It's a catering hall out in Ronkonkoma, so we're going to have dinner there, spend time with the family, and then just relax.
So you have family out. I was actually in Ronkonkoma last Friday because I got some friends who live out there. So who are out there out east. So you have family in Ronkonkoma, right?
I don't. No, I don't. We're just bringing family with us. It's a catering hall that does like a buffet style dinner. So we'll still be able to eat. Don't worry. I'm still
cool. So Manny, what's up with those? What's your holiday traditions? You got the arroz con pollo and those plátanos ready for us? Is that what it is?
First off, it's Manny Pastelito today. I'm looking
what
forward to
What are some of the traditions in your holiday at your home?
What I do usually, I fast literally the day before. Like I don't eat anything. Like I'll have breakfast the day before. I'll have breakfast, and then in the morning today, just have coffee. I don't eat anything, and I eat like about 3 or 4 plates. It's my favorite day of the year. No matter, I put this over my birthday. Honestly, as weird as that sounds.
Speak for yourself, brother. I don't know about that.
No, because you know what it is. Growing up, every single time that I'm able to get the best food that is being made from how you have your aunts, your cousins, and your parents, where they make their best dish, and it's like you get it in one day. I can't get this if I can get this every day, trust me. Oh man, I'll be a 300-pound linebacker. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what? Let's get going because I don't want Lori to kill Mike for being late.
No. Ready to go. Listen, they're getting dressed. I'm in the car.
Oh, you got like 2 hours. You already got like 2 hours because if they get ready, you got girls getting ready. You got like 2 hour head start, right?
That's it. Listen, I do have to say, as an EP, you a smart man, and I'm gonna tell you why. You put the Polius brothers before us because you knew they were gonna cook Manny.
No, I didn't know.
Say something about Manny.
Slick. No, he thought he was slick. No, he thought he was slick.
Not at all.
Because this is the one day I don't choose violence. I don't choose violence.
That's not what happened. No.
And what happened? The entire Polius gang decided to come at me. And I already had Mama Polius. I had Mama Polius message me and say, "Don't pay attention to what my sons have said." I said, you know what, Mama Polius, I'm gonna respect you. And Papa
That's not
Polius,
what happened.
I got no respect.
I just did the booking. Declan was supposed to be on. Garrison came in and filled in the spot. I had no idea it was gonna be a Manny ambush. I had no idea, to be honest with you. But
my day.
But special thanks to Mike though. Mike saved the day. Mike, you know what I'm talking about. You saved the day. You saved the live. We had some technical difficulties, but Mike came through. He saved us. So let me start off.
It's my fault.
It is your fault. You almost got canned. You almost got canned because of you.
You almost got canned because of your mouth after last night's game.
First off, you see this team, right? You got cooked last night, like I said. You was talking spicy yesterday in the chat for no reason. I didn't even talk smack. And then you said F you and Brooklyn, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was going to wish you a good game. But you know what? Go F yourself.
So let's start off. Let's start off. We got the Bears and the Lions. Everyone so far on our panel is going Bears except for Ray. Ray's got the Lions.
Lions getting their first win.
So, man, you going Lions? Man, you going Lions?
Yes, sir. Lions getting their first W. Yes.
Okay, he's got the Lions.
You're going to make it a fan zone sweep. I'm going to say Lions, and this is why. I actually think this is a terrible game, as the Polius brothers alluded to as well. I'm actually rooting more for the refs. I'm not even rooting for the game itself because it is just that bad. They got to stop putting the Lions and the Bears on Thanksgiving. I know it's tradition. I know it's history. But we got gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. There's
How
better
far
teams
back does
and
that
better
tradition
football.
even go? Like, has it been since the inception of football?
I remember
They need to change
when
it.
I was watching it. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid watching it, and I knew they would always be playing. They might not be playing each other, but they would always be playing on, Thursday or on Thanksgiving. But it's got to stop. They are two terrible franchises, two terrible organizations. And for them, that's like saying, all right, you know what? We're going to put the Jets and Giants on. I'm glad we're not playing on Thanksgiving. We should not be highlighted. These two teams should not be highlighted. But I'm going to give thanks today, and I'm going to say thank you to the Bears for giving the Lions their first victory, and we don't have a team that goes 0 and whatever.
All right. So our next matchup, we got Manny's Raiders versus the Cowboys. Everyone's going with the Cowboys.
Like I said this on the sports hit on yesterday's fan zone. Everybody gonna choose the Cowboys, and I'm going with the Raiders. And that's it. At the end of the day, the Raiders have pissed me off in the past 3 weeks with these terrible losses. The only one I can give is the shellacking we got against the Chiefs. We should have beat the Bengals last week, and we should have beaten the Giants. And I still have to hear this crap.
So you're going with your Raiders.
We're winning by 14 today.
So in honor of Manny's game today for the Vikings, I have changed my name to Manny Smallhands because I'm going Cowboys.
Everybody choosing violence today.
Going Cowboys.
Okay, why? Because
Why?
They were just talking about before the brothers were just saying how the the Raiders are just a bad team in general. They're just bad. And Manny has never picked against his team all season.
Nope. I'm sticking with them all through and through. I don't care.
No,
go ahead, Mike. You can say hi. It's cool. You can say hi to whoever you say hi to.
It's my neighbor. I apologize.
It's all good. It's all good.
No, you know what it is? It's one of those things that when it comes to the Raiders, and I've said this to Manny, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat anything. They find ways to lose. That organization right now is in turmoil. I don't think Derek Carr is your answer at quarterback. He is not smart behind the offensive line at times. But I think the Cowboys are on a mission this year. The Cowboys are on a mission. I think the Cowboys got something gelling together, and I think they're going to make some noise. I actually don't know if they make it. I'm not making Super Bowl predictions for anybody just yet, but I think they do make some noise in the playoffs, and they could be Super Bowl contenders. I think Dak especially is out there saying, you know what? Everybody doubted I was going to come back from this injury, and making that money, thinking I wasn't worth it, I'm going to show you I'm worth it. But
you know Raiders, what? Again, that's what Greg and his brothers were saying. They were like, some of them were kind of questioning the Cowboys. Are they that team? Garrison specifically was saying, they haven't really beat anyone who's legitimate. Could the Cowboys end up making a run? And I think that's been the question mark, especially for Cowboys fans, is yes, it's great to see them playing great in the regular season, but what can they do when it comes to the postseason? And I think that's been the biggest question surrounding them.
And that's one of the biggest issues that has always been with the Cowboys, right? They make it to the postseason and then they put up a stinker, right? Their offense doesn't even show up. So that's why I can't say they're Super Bowl contenders yet. That's why I want to see what they do in the playoffs. But I think they have the opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl if they continue playing like this. But even Manny, you can't doubt this. You've also alluded to it too. Your coach is not the real coach, right? Your coach is not the real coach, and he's not doing the right moves. So that's why I can't go with a sinking ship. I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth because I'm a Jets fan and I'll go with the Jets every week and they're a sinking ship, but I just can't. I got to pick the Cowboys on this one.
I got something I'm going to say right now. What will probably happen today. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. If Derek Carr doesn't get a passing touchdown, doesn't put up any points in the offense in the first half, they bench him and put Mariota in to start. Because there's been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of reports are stating that a lot of the players on the offensive side, they're not happy with Carr. Like he doesn't take the risk. This is before, and I said this in the fan zone yesterday. They should hire back Jack Del Rio, honestly. To be honest, if we lose badly again today, I say put in Mariota.
That's a bold move. That's a bold move.
As much I've been an advocate for Derek Carr, but I've always defended him and everything, and obviously because he's on my team, so there's a little bit of bias, of course. But he hasn't done shit for me, honestly.
Well, he
hasn't proved to me anything at all this season. We should be winning games that we should win. That Bears loss I don't care what happened outside with whole John Gruden, Henry Ruggs, all that stuff. You still got to play the game at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. You're supposed to come as a team as a whole, and you have this entire team, and you're getting shellacked at home. That's the worst part. You're getting shellacked at home. It's embarrassing.
So let me ask you, Manny Pastelito, if you bench Carr, right, and you start going with Mariota, say for the end of the season, do you try to trade Carr in the offseason?
I just keep him as a backup, honestly, and don't even pay him that much.
Money?
Let's be honest. I mean, we paid him a shitload of money for what? But we have to extend. We might have to extend him. If we don't make the playoffs and he's still starting for us, we do trade him. But the thing is, who in the league is going to want him? That's the
other question. I mean, you see a lot of these veteran quarterbacks now that are not. I can't even say veteran, but seasoned quarterbacks that are in the league for a couple of years, and they go on to a team. But if they're not performing, they're getting slid back to backup roles until they're not even in the league anymore.
It's just frustrating, but it's whatever. Cowboys gonna lose.
Did Carl fall asleep on us?
No, I just let y'all cook, man. Listen,
he's tired.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I thought it was another episode of the Fan Zone.
No, not at all. No, not at all. Nah, go ahead. Y'all do y'all thing. I was letting y'all cook, honestly. So we got the Bills and the Saints. Greg went with the Saints. Deck, Chuck, Pete, and Ray went with the Bills. The Bills have kind of, everyone thought going into the season they'd be that because they went to the AFC Championship last year. They kind of be, on that path back to there or possibly the Super Bowl. But so far, 6-4. I mean, the record's not telling all, and we've seen them have some pretty terrible losses over the last couple games. What are our thoughts here with this game, Mike?
So I'll first say that AFC East is always, a 2 or 3 team battle, and then you always got the dumpster fire, aka the Jets. But when it comes to the Pats and the Bills going against each other, you gotta say that the Pats are probably winning that division. I don't see the Bills winning that division. I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen right now. He's looked shaky. That defense that used to step up and was shutting people down, that defense, I know for fantasy purposes, that defense gave me -4 points. I didn't even know I could get negative points. But it took points away from me because that's how bad they played a couple of games ago. So they have to step it up. I think the Saints got some weapons. Do I think it's enough? If it was Drew Brees behind the helm, I would say Saints all day. But I think Josh Allen's got a lot to prove. Does he prove it tonight? I think he starts going on his comeback tour to get them to, a good seeding in the playoffs. I think the Bills will take it tonight.
Okay, Manny.
I gotta go Bills just to be, I guess, a safe pick. I feel like if Kamara was playing today, I think I would have went with the Saints. I mean, but you never know. The Saints can pull out wins like they had during this season. I mean, the defense is not as bad as people thought they would be. Taysom Hill getting a weird extension contract extension, but I see it being a close game. I mean, maybe not as close as the Jaguars and Bills game, but like Mike has alluded to, Josh Allen has looked mediocre. He hasn't even looked like that as MVP-esque player from last year. And hopefully Declan can finally admit that Josh Allen is not that guy.
Well,
regardless if I have them winning,
regardless
if I have them winning today, regardless of me having them win today, I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything like that. I feel like it's going to be like 21-17, honestly.
Honestly, Declan's got to stop rooting for certain quarterbacks because the 2 quarterbacks that he is praising are 2 quarterbacks that are very mediocre, if not trash. And that's Danny Pennies and that's, Josh Allen. So
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying that Josh Allen is trash. I'm just thinking.
I didn't say he was trash. Danny Pennies is trash.
Okay.
I said what has he done this season?
Yeah, but I just think he's not living up to his expectation of what people.
He's not.
What people wanted him to be.
And Declan, you're wrong again.
We have been trying to tell Declan this for a long time, but he obviously up in the bright lights.
Yeah, but that's Declan. We know Declan's the hitless little brother that doesn't listen, that we all love, but he just doesn't listen.
I always wonder with Declan. I always wonder if he's actually just trolling, and he is so good at it because he used to act.
No, that's Andres' job. That's Andres' job is to troll, not Declan.
But Declan was an actor, right? Or still is technically an actor. So I'm wondering if he's that good,
what it is?
that he's going to troll.
You know what it is though, honestly, and people like and they hate this argument, but it's really the age difference, right? Like we're in our mid 30s, most of us who are on the hit list panel, except for possibly Declan and Falco and Andres.
And Andres, yeah.
And you seem that their logic and sports thinking is completely different than ours. And I think that's what honestly what it is. It's like the young kids believe they're right and that they're never wrong, and that we're the old heads that, you know, we have a way of thinking of sports because we've seen it. You see what I'm saying? So our thinking is always going to be different from their generation. These kids are born in like 2000, 99, 2000, when we were like in grade school and high school. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, right?
I was almost done with high school when they were born.
Yeah. Like I think Declan was born in like 2002. In high school. And yeah, I think Declan was born.
You got a beard since you were born. Stop it.
No, but I honestly think because again, like even pro wrestling, I debate with some of my students, and I'm like, their logic and thinking is way different than the way we think about sports and the way we see sports. So it's definitely a age thing. Hopefully he can come to his wisdom with age and he can realize like maybe these quarterbacks
are not going to learn. They're not going to learn. But before anything, I do want to mention something, Carl.
Yeah.
No, we already talked about Brooklyn smacking the Celtics. It was another team though. In Long Island last night, I believe the Rangers destroyed the Islanders,
my God.
like we had said they would, in their own arena, their brand new arena. And I remember, if I recall, you and Chuck were chatting and talking smack, disrespecting the Rangers, disrespecting us. And last night, you've been very quiet as of what happened.
I'm not going
to. So I am very thankful that your teams got shellacked in two different sports. I love it.
All right, fair point. But before I let you guys go, I just wanted to show a quick special thank you to you guys for taking the initiative. I'm very thankful and grateful. I love you guys for approaching me with this idea and continuously contributing to the Hitless brand. It means a lot to me. Like I said, I know I can't pay everyone right now, but it's just been a lot of fun. It's been a great ride, and I'm very grateful and thankful for you guys always be willing to come onto the platform and speak your mind and being able to have this space with you guys. And I love sharing with you guys. So on this Thanksgiving Day, I am very thankful for my Hitless brothers from your show. What's the name of your show? I just drew a blank. What the fuck?
Wow.
The Fan Zone. There we go. Thank you.
The Fan disrespect Zone continues.
Because I was getting emotional and I'm just drawing blank. I drew a blank. The Fan Zone. So
I almost shed a tear there. Oh,
Mike, the floor is yours. So before I let you go, for anything you're thankful for.
So, unfortunately, I think, we did get interrupted on Tuesday when we were giving our thanks on the Fan Zone. But, one of the biggest things that we wanted to thank first and foremost was you, Carl, for giving us this platform, right? You started this as a friendly debate amongst friends in a studio, trying to help your students. And that's what people don't understand. You tried to just help your students, develop their craft, right? By getting us on camera and letting us cook. And it just continued from there. And what it's grown to is over 8,000, right? 8,000 fans that watch every day. And you have to be commended. And I'm also very thankful to be able to be alongside Manny as we go against each other on many different occasions. But I am very thankful to be able to co-host with him on the Fan Zone. That's right. Remember the show name, Carl, the Fan Zone. And I'm thankful for my family and my wife, especially to allow me to have the opportunity. We have busy schedules, but she gives me that hour. She lets me, jump on, and she's always our number one fan, Manny, watching and making comments like, you should have said this, this, and this. So, they're always watching, and I always appreciate it. And I just appreciate everybody in the Sports Hitless streets, whether I like you or I don't, I still appreciate
even Falco.
Because you know what? Falco's starting to grow on me. I'm not even going to lie. And I would like to thank Falco for sticking by his views, never backing down. It shows a true man to keep with what you believe in. Even if I don't believe in it, keep doing what you're doing, Falco.
All right. And Manny.
First off, Carl, thankful for the opportunity. Mike, always being a host with you on the Fan Zone every Tuesday, when we can, is a great thing. I'm also thankful for the fans. I'm thankful for, everything that has been brought up with the Sports Hit List. I'll be back from Facebook ban soon. Mark Zuckerberg, catch these hands still. But I do want to say I'm very thankful. Every year, I'm always thankful for my family. You know, my parents, my sister. You know, and also I'm thankful for the ones that unfortunately are above us. You know, just watching us grow. Thankful for all the new blessings. You know, friends, family that are have bringing new life. I just found out I got a new baby cousin that I haven't. I just was born a week ago. So
blessings.
I'm actually thankful for that. My goddaughter's going crazy now. She loves being a big sister. But I also want to say to every single person watching this and to everybody in the Sports Hit List family, be thankful you have not caught these hands. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, you scumbags. I'll see you guys soon.
Mike, have a safe trip out to Ron Konkoma, bro. Make sure you take the LIE. That's the quickest way to get you there. The LIE is pretty fast. So and send my love to the girls and the family. I know you're gonna be sitting there for another hour while they get ready. So take a nap.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and Debs. Enjoy your day.
Thank you guys.
You and the family.
The princess,
sure.
Debs.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. You're watching the Sports Hit List by the fans and for the fans. Let me bring in our last panel. We have Macaroni P and Ricardo Etienne from that panel, and I know Travis will be on his CPT time. But let me see as I bring these guys in. Mr. Etienne, m'senti Dian tout fait?
What's going on, sir? Y'all just out here speaking a whole different language. Okay.
Rick, I can't hear you, sir. Rick, I can't hear you, sir. Rick.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, when tu dis tout fait, papa, dis tu peux mettre pour ça limite.
You already know, man. Bien couvri.
Man, Paul, we gotta teach you some Creole, brother.
So y'all speaking French or Creole? Which one?
Creole,
is that?
Creole.
I can't remember which one it was when I was a
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving. We here for the show. How you guys doing?
Word, man. Doing good, man. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all too, man. Glad to
Paul,
see
this
y'all.
is your first Thanksgiving out there in Miami? Or I mean in Florida, right?
Hey, don't tell the audience I'm in Miami.
Yeah, right?
Don't do that.
It's one of them Florida places. I don't know.
I can't have people out here thinking, feeling, and believing I'm out here on South Beach because I'm not. All right, I'm in Central Florida, and yes, this is definitely our first Thanksgiving out here, and it's amazing, right? I went outside to 7-Eleven because we ran out of milk for cornbread. In shorts and a t-shirt with sunglasses. All right. So what could I tell you?
Not me. I had to go to the Rite Aid. I was wearing my coat and shit, right?
Oh man.
I had my coat.
I don't even have a coat.
That's a rough life.
So Paul, are you developing some new traditions, or are you taking the ones you had in New York all the way with you? So
listen, man.
What's it like?
Cameron's 1, Peyton's 3. The best tradition you could have is to just be together, bro. You know, we embrace it while we can.
Yeah.
You know, as the kids continue to get older. I mean, today, shout out to the wife, bro. Like you interrupted a plate of food. CC. You said come in early. I literally was eating macaroni and cheese. You know. So shout out to the real winner here, the warrior. She had the food ready at 11 o'clock, bro. So
damn.
You know, when you
wow.
She just set a new standard. Maybe that's our new tradition. Food before football. What can I tell you?
So Rick, what are your traditions like over there, man? I know, like, do you keep it American? Do you keep it Haitian? What's going on over there?
Nah, man, a little bit of everything. You already know. It's hanging out. You got the fam, cracking jokes, talking ish, and eating, of course. So, we start prepping from yesterday, cooking all day. Later on in the afternoon.
You're the one with the fried turkey. Is that going to be consistent, right? Because I know you like to fry your turkey.
Yeah. I think we about to break it out again. I think it looks like that's the deal. Dope. So you already know it's tough to go back once you've had it.
That's dope. All right, guys. So we have some football to get to. I know Travis will be coming in shortly. Hopefully he's
always
not
late.
Always not wear his cardigan sweater
every day.
But we got the Bears and the Lions. We've had this tradition since 1917. Apparently, is it time to get rid of the tradition and have these bad teams on primetime Thanksgiving Day, or must you watch a Lions game on Thanksgiving, Rick?
I mean, that type of tradition is something that's hard to go against. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, you would assume there's going to be ebb and flows within organizations, and sometimes they'll be up, sometimes they'll be down. Granted, the Lions have been down for a while. The Bears we've seen fluctuate here and there. So I understand the notion of we need to get rid of this game and make it, something more rotational where it's some type of featured game. I think, you go back, I was reading an article just yesterday about how the Thursday night game originally came about on the NFL Network as a vehicle to just boost viewership of the NFL Network and to get the NFL Network out there. And then from the time it came on to where it's been now, where you've got other networks fighting for it and paying all types of money for it, now down to Amazon. But yet we'll still sit here and talk about, oh, these Thursday night games are terrible. It's bad product. While, that could be the case, it's still football. At the end of the day, it's still football, and it's still football being played on TV. So I understand what people mean by that. I think we might be able to get to a point where we see that. We've already seen it. They've expanded it to be able to add more games and feature better teams. But to have that mainstay, I think, if you're going to be up to 3 games, you could do whatever you want with the other 2 games. But I think for traditional purposes, the Lions and Bears game has to stay.
Paul, do you agree it has to stay, or is it time to get away from tradition?
I love everything Rick said, and he's on the money. However, we're going to need a change, right? and what am I going to reference? I'm going to reference what the NBA did a few years ago. Before, remember, we used to always see Knicks Celtics no matter what on Christmas. Like, that was what we seen. And then when LeBron went to the Heat, we started seeing Knicks Heat. We started seeing the best matchup, right, as America's watching. And we see what the NBA did to dominate the Christmas day. I'm going to need the NFL to follow suit, because this is the weirdest week as a sports fan, right? We're going to have a few games today, and then we're going to be looking around wishing we had more games on Sunday, right? And this is one of those weeks where you sit back and say, maybe the game that you seen Monday could have been a Thursday game. Obviously, the Giants and Bucks isn't the matchup you want to see, but I want to see, let me get that Rams Packer game that's Sunday afternoon today. Can I get that at 4:00 or 8:00, right? Normally, traditionally, the Saints are a better team, but I think as far as the Lions owning that early slot, nah, man, that's away with the past. Forward thinking, we got to get a better matchup in there. Something that's a little bit more organic based on what's going on with the season with the flex. So I say get rid of the Lions until the Lions get back on track. Same with the Bears, man. The Bears is a joke. Get them out of there too.
Is it a safe pick to say that you're both going with the Bears? Ray's the only one on the panel to go Lions.
Nah, Rick. I think Rick going Detroit, bro. He BMF right now. I think Rick going Detroit. I'm going Bears. All right. I think adversity matters. You say you're hiring the coach. You say you're doing this. You're doing that. It's a laughing stock. If you was gonna clip him after the game, you should have clipped him before the game, right? Like, that's how this game works. All right. You don't fire. You don't tell him, man, you're firing him before he works a shift, right? Rick has fired many people in his career, as I have, bruh. I'm gonna need you to work like you coming back tomorrow until I take them keys up off you, baby.
Yeah, it's on your way out. Like, oh, by the way,
at 7:30. Hey, let me talk to you in the back real quick for a second, right? Like at 7:30 before we wrap up at 8. They don't even know you gone. All right. So yeah, man, give me the Bears. I think they show up defensively. I just don't see how the Lions gonna score. But I could be wrong, because Swift has turned into a running back, not just a receiving back. So anything is possible in Detroit. But I'm going Bears.
Rick?
So I guess it's going to be a last-ditch effort to make sure that my man Ray don't get caught out on that island by himself. But, my fellow Central Florida resident is absolutely correct. Give me the Lions today, man. Like, for a lot of the reasons Paul just mentioned, I mean, we've had reports coming out saying that Nagy had lost the locker room a while ago, and those reports just continued to flow. Now you get this report, whether true or not, that he's been told that, hey, by the way, no matter what, after Thanksgiving, after this great holiday that celebrates love and unity and joy, you out of here. You know what I mean? So who knows if that's true? Who knows if it's not? But the story's out there. You've got fans at any and every single sporting event throughout the Chicago area, all the way down to Pee Wee football or high school, whatever it was, chanting "Fire Nagy." Like, it's a hot mess, So for me, I look at it like, you never want to say players are going to quit and not give it their all. But I look at it, the situation as, what do them dudes got to play for in that locker room if they don't respect the man that's supposed to be leading them? You know what I mean? So yeah, you play for yourself and all of that, and I get it. And they can come out and try to do their thing in spite of him. But You know, they're playing the Lions. If they come out, you know, this first quarter, first half, and it's a tight game, and maybe the Lions are doing some things here and there, the defense is banged up. So if Swift is, you know, kind of bullying them a bit and running all over the place, it could demoralize this team almost immediately to the point where they're just like, yo, forget it. Let's get out of this game. Let's get this guy up out of here and move forward. So just based off of the long list of things that can go wrong psychologically for that team today, I think the Lions stand up. Man, Campbell gets out there. They've been close. You know, I picked them against Pittsburgh, and you know, that's about as close as you can get to getting a win right there. You know what I mean? So I think this is, you know, you look at the schedule, you ain't gonna have many easier opportunities to get that one win for the season than you will today. So give me the Lions.
All right, he's got the Lions. I think we have
And the only other thing I wanted to add about what Rick said, you know, he talked about him losing the locker room. I think. You know what? You could go to Travis. You know,
I don't even. I can't hear him yet. I can't hear him yet. Trav, can you hear us?
I almost spit that water clear out.
He's late because he was decorating. Can you hear us? He was decorating.
Happy Thanksgiving, my good people. First of all, Carl, you said 12 o'clock, sir. It is 12 o'clock, so I am ready here at 12 o'clock, okay? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Put a bar cart right in front of the fireplace.
There's a bar. We got some pie here for everybody. We are ready for Thanksgiving.
With the empty glass.
Hold on. Second half of the show, we might shift to the bar for some tips now. Tip the bartender.
What kind of pie you got going on over there, sir?
Oh, we got sweet potato pie, sir. Come on now. Yeah. We're going to figure out which team are getting some pie today, because not everybody getting some.
Listen, Travis has his whole routine. Travis, happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
What do you think of the Bears and the Lions tradition game? Do you think they should?
Oh, I mean, it is absolutely horrible that we are subjected to sit here and watch the Lions on Thanksgiving, okay? I mean, we deserve better than that, okay? This is a day to be thankful. And I don't think people in Detroit are thankful to see the Lions on TV on Thanksgiving, okay? But it is. This is where we are. I mean, if I had to pick, you know what? I'm gonna say Detroit Lions, they actually do it this year. They're going to go out there and prove us wrong. They're going to go out there and win this game for the Turkey Day. You know what I mean? Bears without their starting quarterback. You know, no Justin Fields, Andy Dalton back in the game. We've all heard the mess of rumors going on.
Quarterback though?
No, it's Justin Fields. He's out. He's not playing today. So, you know, Andy Dalton's going to be
trying my best to get through the show without looking at your setup. I'm just trying to understand.
Bro.
You put the laptop, you got the laptop all the way back again like you did last year. I'm just like, what is this guy?
We are here. Listen, Carl, this is my favorite holiday, okay? This is my favorite holiday, and we are here for it, okay? All the shenanigans.
Okay, that's fair. Raiders 5-5 versus the Cowboys.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me slice the piece of pie for the Lions. Hold on, let me slice a piece of pie for it.
Yo, he even pulled out a pie cutter, bro.
Of course. Why would I not have a pie cutter?
Where did he pull the pie cutter from?
Why would I not have a pie? How do you cut your pie, you savage? You don't have a pie cutter?
The funniest thing is it's the same cardigan from last year. So shout out.
No, it's not. We had a gray. We had a dark gray one last. We had a charcoal one last year. This is more of a fall color for us for Thanksgiving.
So you got a colorway at Banana Republic.
We color out here.
You was at that outlet store. That's 60.
Hold on.
You get the whole
shout
stack,
out to the Lions. They get a slice of pie tonight. Damn, that's fine. Mom beef, I'm for enough.
Hold on. Dessert before dinner though? Come on.
Hey, shut up. Don't be worried about what we doing over here.
I'm telling Mom.
I snuck a piece of pie. Don't worry about it.
It's the whole damn pie. It's not a piece.
Hey, shut up, Carl.
All right. Can I move on to the next teams?
You sure can. Okay, I'm enjoying my pie.
The Raiders versus the Cowboys. Everyone, except for Manny, went with the Cowboys. Manny went with the Raiders. So we know how that goes when it comes to Manny. What are your thoughts here, Trav?
I mean, this is an interesting game for the simple fact that the Cowboys will be without Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb on that outside.
CeeDee Lamb is playing, bro.
Oh, he passed concussion. Oh, who?
Of course.
Who, Jerry,
Dallas Cowboys.
who,
the Dallas
who
Cowboys.
Jerry Jones? Somebody got a nice little Thanksgiving check right there to pass that concussion protocol.
Wasn't playing that
That's it. Yeah.
My man passed the concussion protocol in 4 days.
He said, "What concussion?" He said, "What
Somebody
concussion?"
got a nice check. Right.
Can you stand? Can you walk?
But, all right. Well, they'll have CeeDee Lamb on the outside. Right. I'm here. I'm supposedly Tyron Smith will be back on that left tackle position, and when he's back, that offensive line is different. They're more fortified. So I think they go out there and they get this win on Thanksgiving. Man, the Raiders have been such an up and down team all season. I mean, we don't know what Raiders team we're going to get, but I think the Dallas Cowboys with Tyron Smith back on that line will lean more on that run game, even without Amari Cooper, and find a way to get this W. Unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys, they get pie tonight.
Paul, who you got, sir?
I'm going Dallas. It's an interesting stat. I said it all Sunday out of frustration as a sports fan, even though I picked the Chiefs to beat Dallas. They got to run the ball, man. Like you don't invest $90+ million in Zeke. You don't bring along a Tony Pollard. You don't invest in that offensive line to not run the football. And they got dominated defensively last week because Dak couldn't even stay in the pocket, right? No, like run the ball. I'm glad Amari Cooper's not playing. I'm not glad for fantasy football purposes. I'm glad CeeDee Lamb. I was hoping he didn't play. Run the ball. Feed 21. I got 21 in 5 leagues, including Rick's league where I got red hot. All right, feed 21 the ball and you win the game. But this is a trap game for Dallas. Big game. The world's watching. Jerry's America's team. They came out and looked bad 2 out of the last 3 games, and the pressure is going to be on for them to not only score early, but score often. And if that doesn't happen, I am concerned. And we got the trick capital of the world with deep threats in regards to Action Jackson. Wouldn't be shocked if he has a big game against that hyper-aggressive Dallas defense. It's an interesting watch, but I'm going Cowboys. I think it'll be closer than the spread says. The spread says 8 points. I don't think it'll be 8 points. I think it'll be a 3-point game, but I'm going Dallas.
Rick?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a clean sweep for the show. I'm gonna go Dallas too. Dallas is very similar to, on the NFC side, very similar to a team we'll be talking about next on the AFC side, where a lot of hype and a lot of talk early on, a lot of beating up on lesser teams and whatnot, and definitely need to start seeing. I mean, we on the back end of the season now, so we need to start seeing quality victories and legit consistency. You know what I mean? So I think one of the things Travis mentioned is getting Tyron Smith back. Again, making that offensive line. Which is
I'm sorry.
He's got his own camera person. Yo, Travis, man.
Who is manning the camera,
production? Full production, yo.
I can't see your head, bro. Yo,
hold on, just that. Lay it back a little bit.
Yeah. We gotta hold on. Yeah, we need to adjust.
I'm saying we was getting ready to switch to the nightcap game. I came over here to get a nightcap.
Okay, my bad. That makes sense now. That actually makes all the sense in the world.
Well, go ahead, continue on, fellas.
Yeah, man.
I just want to say there is no greater show than the Sunday show.
Come on, man. You can't do no better than this.
There is no
Who's better than us?
Nobody.
Yo, my man. Shout out to your camera operator. Shout out to your camera
man. Shout out to the camera operator.
That's what's up. Props.
Oh man. All right. So everybody's going Cowboys here, right? So as we shift to the night game, Bills versus Saints. Travis, who you got while you stand behind the bar? What's the drink of the
what
night?
we drinking on, fellas? We want a little shot of Douce? Come on, let's go for the nightcap. For the nightcap.
Hey,
who we got in that? Oh, and we got New Orleans. All right, come on. I'm gonna get a little shot of Douce for New Orleans. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
We got New Orleans versus who tonight, Carl? Give me a reminder real fast.
They played the Bills.
The Bills? Oh, that's gonna be a good one right there. I mean, no Alvin Kamara in that game. Do we have word on Mark Ingram yet? He might be a little.
We got a special guest from the gray area.
Jarvis,
do you see Travis's setup? You see what he's got going on for his Thanksgiving?
I mean, this guy understands the assignment. You know,
Thank you.
That's the only way I could put it.
Is that Job that just pulled up with hot chocolate?
Just coffee in this cup, bro.
I seen the spoon. I was like, I know it's brisk out there.
So, Mr. Job, what are your holiday traditions as we're going around? You clearly see what Travis has got going on. I'm sure. What are the Jarvis holiday traditions for Thanksgiving?
Well, the last 2 years, this year and last year, is about going to somebody else's house and bringing some food so that we don't have to do the cleanup later. We're keeping it real simple over here. You know what I mean? I'm going to fry some turkey, make a couple of sides, and carry it to somebody else's house to create chaos. I'm not doing it in my house. Maybe next year, but the last 2 years, no thanks. No. It'd be like, y'all eat food and then y'all just leave. Can I get a dish washed? Can you sweep my floor? Can I get something? No.
I'll take the garbage out on my way out.
Garbage out, right?
At least, yeah.
Ray, let me ask you this. So I've been asking the panel, do you think the Lions and the Bears should get that primetime spot when it comes to, because it's been NFL tradition to have them there, but clearly they're bad teams. So should they continue having that primetime Thanksgiving Day game because it's NFL tradition, or do you want to step away from that?
I need to do the knowledge. Like, what is the significance of Detroit and Thanksgiving? I understand the Cowboys. It's America's team. I get it. You know, even when the Lakers were sorry, we still got a Christmas game. So I understand that aspect of it. But why are the Lions a staple? We need to start there. What is so special about Detroit and Thanksgiving, right? I feel like we need to, you know what, Mr. Goodell, you're forward thinking. We don't always agree. But if you're out there watching, if one of those bots who steal Carl's content is watching, get this message over to the NFL office. Get the Lions off for Thanksgiving. If nothing else, bring one of the New York teams in to make it a new tradition. Or get the Patriots in here. One of these big market teams that do things that we care about. Give them that spot because we don't care about the Lions. I'm willing to bet year after year after year. Someone do the research. You know, the Lions usually have the lowest rated Thanksgiving game unless Aaron Rodgers is in Detroit. Other than that, nobody cares.
One, because they're usually the midday game and everybody eating at that time. So that's usually
there's a reason for that.
There's a reason. Yeah, that's by design.
They do not belong on the TV today. That's all.
That is true.
So Ray, who do you have in the first two games that we covered before you came on? We got the Bears and the Lions, and then the Raiders and the Cowboys.
You know, I see the consensus is that the Lions are going to get their first win.
Hey, that ain't the consensus, baby.
That's not the consensus. That's just Rick and Ray.
I went Lions too. I went Lions today too.
I saw some people picking the Raiders. I mean, not the Raiders, the Lions. But the Lions showed me something in that Steelers game that there is a team mandate to lose as many games as possible. It looks like if we're going just strictly on talent, chill out, bro. If we're going strictly on talent, we got to go with Chicago. The Bears are getting a little bit healthier. I don't know. I think Nagy's in save my job mode, so you might get a little more trickeration out of the offensive playbook, you know. And again, if a team is told to lose, they'll somehow find a way to lose that game. It's going to be an eyesore. It's going to be like 17-13 or something like that. But the Bears are going to find a way to win that game.
And for the Raiders and the Cowboys?
That's a tricky game. You know, the Raiders are on a bit of a losing streak right now. But, the Cowboys had a couple of clunkers of L's recently. Hunter Renfro's been killing for me in fantasy, so I have a vested interest in what the Raiders do. I think I like David Carr to finally show up in a big moment. This probably might be the biggest start of his career. National televised game. You lose your coach. You go on a losing streak. It's not like the talent is not there in Oakland. And the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys are regressing to the mean. So I'm going to go with the road team in that game to disappoint America's team yet again. Raiders +8.
All right.
The +8 I agree with.
But the Cowboys,
of course you gambling degenerate.
I couldn't take the +8. The +8 is money, though. I
think the Cowboys are going to get him out of there?
I think Dallas can get him out of there. I think Zeke gonna run through them, bro. The Raiders got one of the worst run defenses in football, man. I think it's a Zeke Pollard show. In fact, I
think 350 yards to David Carr tonight in a couple of tubs, bro. Hey, I got a feeling.
Hey, Ray, we could all use a shootout, baby. we got assets in Vegas. We got assets in Dallas. We can
in
use
our
a
final
shootout.
matchup, we have the Bills versus the Saints. Paul, let me start with you.
Oh,
Greg went with the Saints. Everybody else went with the Bills.
I feel Greg. I do. If Kamara was playing, I would go. I still want to go Saints. I do. I really do. You know, I don't trust Buffalo, right? I don't trust Josh Allen. I don't trust Buffalo. And I'm going to convince myself down in the picks. And, you know, I had a great week last week, plus 11. You know, who counted, right?
You are.
Give me Sean Payton, the mastermind who's 3-0 on Thanksgiving Day, to find a way to drum up enough trickery with the new $95 million joke box that is Taysom Hill. Give me the Saints today in a big upset. This would be the biggest upset we've probably seen in weeks. Give me the Saints, bro. NOLA,
Can we?
crazy stadium. I think we got to put some respect on that defense. They got embarrassed last week, and I think they're going to show back up today.
Can we talk about that contract for a second, real fast? Because I know who Taysom Hill is thinking for. His agent. Because I don't know how he continues to get this guy paid, but he finds a way. And shout out to his agent, man. I'm telling you.
So Trav, while I have you, who you have in this game?
Man, this is going to be it's not going to be as interesting for the simple fact that the Bills has been a little rocky the past couple of weeks, but the Saints they have some issues going on. I mean, they just paid Taysom Hill, but for some reason we're still going Trevor Siemian at quarterback here. There's no Alvin Kamara tonight, even though Mark Ingram has been productive, you know, since he's gotten there. And the Saints do have a top run defense, but guess what? The Bills don't run the ball. So therefore, I'm gonna go with the Bills because that defense they have an elite secondary on that other side right there. And I think Josh Allen
last week.
I mean, for the most part, they have. I mean,
everybody looks elite against the Jets and the Texans. That's 3 of their wins.
Listen, but no, it wasn't the secondary last week. It was the run defense that got ran all over
the whole defense,
with the Colts. Bro. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it to them. They bounce back this week, man. They find a way to get this win against a struggling Saints team, man. I'm going Bills in the nightcap. Hold on.
Yo, he might be wasted, bro.
The Bills get pie tonight.
Ray,
the Bills get pie tonight.
Ray, who do you have in this game, sir?
Yo, standing by that ball with a play is nasty work. Nasty work. To the game tonight, I feel like offensively, you know, after the first game that Jameis went down, they stole that game against Tampa Bay, right? The bottom is falling out for the offense for the Saints. I have a hard time believing with a couple of bad losses that the Bills had. I think they lost. I know they lost to Jacksonville. They couldn't score. They got embarrassed by the Colts. I think the defensive assignment for a team that's supposed to have a strong defense in Buffalo against a middling quarterback, even if it is a road game, even if it is in the Superdome, it's going to take a lot of trickery to beat this Bills team. The Bills, every team has they peaks and valleys throughout the season. I think the Bills are one of the elites of the AFC. And I think that in this matchup, with egg on their face, with the world watching against a poor quarterbacks, because if it gets to a situation where Taysom Hill is sorry, you got to go to the backup. I just don't see how the Saints can score enough against this team in prime time. I got the Bills. I have the Bills decisively. This is going to be like a 27-13, 27-10 kind of game tonight on Thanksgiving in New Orleans. I'm about to say San Francisco.
All right, Rick, who you got, sir?
Yeah, kind of similarly to what Job just said, man, across the board is similar point I was making earlier about the Cowboys. You know, the Bills is one of those teams that has to really start putting it together. They've got to develop more of a running game for sure, outside of whatever Josh Allen could give them on some scrambles. Sometimes you see a quick spark from Singletary. Sometimes you see a quick spark from Zach Moss. I think Breda out of nowhere. Was it Breda, if I'm not mistaken, on their roster, who had a random couple of touchdown game, whatever. Like, they got no running game that's consistent at all. And I think that's the biggest part of their struggles on offense. We've seen that now that people have read the book on Diggs and are covering better. Josh Allen doesn't look, like the world beater he did last year.
Wait, say that again. Josh Allen is not like that. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Make sure you was getting that in. All right.
That's the thing, man. So it's like a game like today is a game where, after some sloppy losses and some really, really bad looking losses, if people going to start taking you seriously again in the AFC, this is the type of game you got to win, So similarly to the Cowboys, I'm going with the Bills because they need it, because otherwise, what do we really have in either one of those teams if they can't get these victories today?
Can I ask a question to the panel before we move on? What happened to
Go ahead,
Singletary? Wasn't he supposed to be the feature back in Buffalo? What happened there?
Yo, he was supposed to be the one.
I don't.
Trav might
think...
remember. Trav might remember my whole rant on accountability with franchises. Singletary was drafted high. So was Zach Moss. Those were both day 2 draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
They were both drafted year after year in tandem to be the future backfield for the Buffalo Bills. And now I'm being told. And now I'm being told that today's going to be the Matt Breida show, right? So, explain to me when you think about accountability. I think to Ray's point, I don't know what the fuck's going on in Buffalo. I think they're too invested into Josh Allen having the ball all the time, and he's not as
They don't have a
Patrick
choice.
Mahomes, in other words. If there's a guy I want with the ball at all times, I can give you a long list of guys. Josh Allen doesn't make that list. That's all I'm saying.
I think you just hurt Declan's feelings by saying that.
He should have showed up today. He could have defended his He was a no-show.
So I know you guys wanted to touch upon Ohio State versus Michigan on Saturday. So we wanted to get some picks in there for that. Ray Job, you have any comments on the college football matchup?
Oh, listen, I don't know. I can't speak for the panel, but I've been looking at the rankings, and I try not to be a conspiracy guy here. But it feels like the college football rankings has become a game of put all the notable universities that the common fan knows in high-ranking positions to create false matchups to boost up the teams that they want to be in these playoffs. Because if you ask me, if I look at Michigan State and I look at a Michigan, were they ever that good to be in the positions they were in rankings-wise? Absolutely not. There were some SEC teams that Alabama played early on that were ranked much higher, and we knew they weren't that good to begin with. You know, that we had to see Cincinnati fight to get into the top 4.
Why was LSU ever ranked?
Right. Why? At this point, the college football playoff looks like a adjacent version of what the BCS was for all those years, where it's the same teams getting the same wins against teams that they overrated to boost up the stats to get them to where you want to be in those marquee bowl matchups. Going to Michigan versus Ohio State, this is going to be a wash. We saw what happened last week. Ohio State is head and shoulders above the rest of the Big Ten, not just those 2 teams in particular, the rest of the Big Ten. They're run like an SEC team. They have all the Southern talent on the team on top of that, West Coast talent on the team on top of that. This should just be a walkover. Like, I don't even know why there's a number next to Michigan's name. This is not slander. If you watch college football and you look at all the good teams around the nation, and then you look at Michigan, they're not good. They're solid. They're solid, but they're not good.
Lieutenant Ray is pissed off hearing that.
It's become a joke. It's all business in college football. Let's get these brand names in the big games.
You know what,
That's
Ray?
it.
Speaking of the business, do you know who's one of the key deciding members of the playoff committee, former BCS committee? The chairman for Ohio State University.
Oh, all right. Carl, you can move on. I have nothing more to say.
When you think about all the conspiracy theories,
You make a pick.
he's going to Ohio State.
He's going to Ohio State.
So
we all go to Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's
So Greg and his brothers went to Ohio State. They all went to Ohio State. So
Say,
is it safe
you
to
know,
say?
they're gonna run up the score on Jim Harbaugh on Saturday. Run up the score. Harbaugh was
it's a
talking
wash,
smack.
man.
Run it up.
Going to Ohio State too, right?
Yeah, this game's a wash, man. Like, come on now. When's the last time Michigan won this game? Like,
oh, it's been a decade, maybe longer.
Right. Like, come on now.
Was it Charles?
Oh
no,
man.
It ain't been that long. It ain't been.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh no, you know what? It was a couple years after. I think it was the year they had the receiver that was a bust, and they had Josh Hart at running back. I forget what year that was. Who was the receiver that the Browns took?
Oh, not Manningham. I know you're talking about.
It was a receiver the Browns.
Braylon
Edwards.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
top 5 pick. That's probably the last time they won. That's about 15 years ago.
I would maybe.
So Rick, you going Ohio State too, right?
Yeah. Kind of piggybacking on what Jog said about the rankings, man. It is a joke. College football is trash when it comes to that, man. Like they decide who they want to put there, and they will figure out how to maneuver everybody else to boost up those teams. You know, let's just talk Big Ten specifically. We were told Penn State was it. We were told Iowa was it. We were told Wisconsin might be it.
Oklahoma State.
We were told.
I think Iowa was ranked 3rd at one point. No,
number 3 when they
were
lost
told
to
Michigan
Purdue
State
team.
was it. You know, we were told Michigan, like all of this just to make sure we boost Ohio State, and at the very least, there's a failsafe if one of the Michigan teams happens to.
Don't forget about Clemson. They were top 5 with 3 losses.
Look at
They were
that.
top 2, bro.
You know,
To start the
so
season.
it's ridiculous, man. This game ain't what it's being built up to be. You know, the top 5 matchup. Nah, man, come on, man. Ohio State gonna run through them.
And the only thing I'm gonna add before Carl moves on is I got the number. It was 2011, the last time Michigan beat Ohio State. 2011.
It's a cool 10 years. It's a decade.
A cool, calm decade of dominance.
So before we sign off, I just wanted everybody to go around and say what they're thankful for. Clearly, I'm definitely thankful for my wife and my family, and I'm thankful for you guys for helping me push the brand to where it's at today. Special charge to Ray Jarvis too for partnering up in our collaborations and pushing, his brand and my brand for both of us for success. And I couldn't do it without the help of you guys and just the energy level and always willing to do whatever it takes to help us get there and entertain the fans. So I love you guys and thank you so much on this Thanksgiving Day. I couldn't be thankful and grateful enough to have such a great team around me. So let me go around.
Carl turned the lights out and got mushy on us.
Boys
to men. Boys to men on us.
I'm really grateful. Absolutely. If I don't say it enough, I really am. From the bottom of my heart, honestly, I really am thankful for you guys always willing to contribute and helping out. So Rick, I know you had some few words too you wanted to say. Are we gonna go to that special cam for you real quick?
Oh yeah. Already know, man. Jump in.
Okay, cool. So Rick has a special presentation while we go around saying giving thanks.
Oh shit! He got a
That's
food
dope.
cam. He got the food.
Nah, got to, man. Come on, got to.
The food.
All right, man. We'll see what we working. It's still early on, so we just.
So
got
Rick
the
is
preps.
giving us a tour of what's going on in his crib right now. What he's thankful for.
Rick got some stuff going
Early
on.
preps. Early prep. That's just that's the little jerk pork tenderloins over there. Early prep. Oh, there you go.
The
You know he got the
yams.
candy.
Yeah,
yams.
he got candy in.
Shout
You
out,
see that?
shout out to that bum ass Judon clown talk about mac and cheese. Listen, we need to get this man up out of the NFL, man. I don't know what his issue is.
Let me
Not
listen
only
about the mac and
talk
cheese.
about not only talking about mac and cheese don't belong on the table, talking about dressing. What is dressing, man? Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Wifey whipped up brunch too, so there's some leftover French toast and bacon if y'all still hungry.
Oh yeah, y'all got brunch at the house? Ain't
You got Thomas
breakfast.
Brown.
Ain't no breakfast over here.
Wow,
right?
y'all had breakfast. Yeah. I made waffles this morning, baby.
Oh,
I told
turkey
my
out.
wife,
He's
don't
showing
eat
us the
my
whole-
turkey in the oven.
He's showing
Oh,
out
no,
over
turkey
there.
in the oven yet, man. So yeah, that's it. We got to get going. Oh,
Turkey in the oven. We not frying that?
yeah. Oh, nah.
Hold on, Carl.
Double up.
That might be a sneak peek for next year. You know what I mean? You might be outside frying one up next year.
Nah, we double up.
Hold on, let me get rid of the other cam. Let me stop this video right quick.
Yeah, I'm bad.
There you go. But again, Rick, if you want to show some special shout outs of what you're thankful for as we go around before we sign off because the game's about to start. Rick, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. So anything that you're thankful for as we go around before we
Now
sign
you
off?
already know, man. The entire circle. I mean, that's all it is. My entire circle. Starting with the fan, man. I got the greatest family in the world. Within my household, extended, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, all of that, friends, you know what I mean? So I'm always thankful to just be able to spend time with them, especially this year is a little more important just because, I've been able to have a shift in my career that's enabled me to be home a lot more. So to be able to, essentially be off almost an entire week is unheard of this time of year for me. So I definitely appreciate that. But even beyond the family, like I said, the friends that become family, it's like I go through stages in my life where I bring on like a group that kind of lasts and make it the whole way. So the phase that I'm currently in is mostly anchored by y'all fellas and a lot of the guys and that are in the group and whatnot, which is awesome. So the past couple of years to be able to expand my circle the way I have and bringing on such quality individuals such as yourselves, I'm very, very grateful for that. I always tell y'all our group chats get me through a lot of stuff, man. And I can't believe I've gone my entire life up until the past 3 years or so without having a group of men that I can talk to consistently about anything. And that's extremely important and it has been extremely important for me. So for that, I'm very, very, very grateful for. So appreciate you, fellas.
Travis, anything you're thankful for, sir, before we sign off?
Man, I'm thankful for a lot of things. You know, friends, family, you know, been blessed to be rock out with a lot of the same people for a good portion of my life, man. I am thankful for everybody that I care about, you know, still being here, being in good health, you know what I mean? Thankful for, you know, opportunities. Thankful for the sports hit list, man. Opportunities to come on here and talk sports, you know what I mean? I say a lot of crazy things, but guess what? I'm still here, baby. Still here. You know what I mean? And special shout out to moms, man. Today is her birthday. You know what I mean?
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, shout out.
She in there cooking it up, slaving it away on her birthday, man. And I love her for that, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to her, man. And I'm just thankful for, you know, everything, man. Thankful to be here, you know what I mean? Past couple years been crazy with all the, you know, pandemic, all that going on, but we still here. Another year of blessings, you know what I mean? Let's be here next year. You know what I mean? That's all. Bigger and better.
Ray Jarv, anything you're thankful for? Any shout outs?
You know, I won't get too crazy. First and foremost, definitely thankful for my family. You got to have your support system. You got to have your aces on the left and the right of you to keep you through the tough times. I'm thankful to still be here with this pandemic. You know, COVID chased me down this summer. I ran fit for a calm 18 months, but it caught me and I beat that. I'm thankful to be part of this team, you know, and we push each other to be the best. I know I'm wild annoying. I'll be bugging Carl, like, yo, we got to do it this way. Come on, do it this way. You know what I mean? But the objective is always to win. You know what I mean? I'm going to be annoying if I want to win. And that's what it's all about, and to be around people who want to win. That makes life much easier because you could be on a playoff team and a championship team, or you could be on a lottery team. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in a lottery. I want to win. You know what I'm saying?
Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality.
And I definitely appreciate the pushing for sure, though. Ray Jarvis definitely pushes all the time. I definitely appreciate that.
Y'all don't be in those messages. I just be watching with real popcorn.
Last but not least,
Ray be like, more.
Yeah,
more.
Absolutely.
More.
Oh, man.
That's exactly what it is. More. But last but not least,
more is better. Is the saying
I'm thankful that Russell Westbrook is a Laker so that the world can see that he's not who y'all said he was, and y'all get to see it night in and night out. You thought you were safe? I'm not going to come on here and not talk.
Yeah.
It's a fraud.
I mean, Ray, some would say Kirk Cousins is the Westbrook of the NFL, you know what I mean? But hey, you know what I mean?
He's not.
Some would say that.
He's not.
Some would say that. You know?
I love to see it. I'm gonna get out the way though.
Paul, go ahead, sir. You get the final thoughts before we sign off.
You know, at the end of the day, man, I'm always thankful for the same things, right? Thanksgiving's amazing, but I'm thankful for my family, right? I'm thankful for my wife, the beautiful kids that we were able to, you know, we're in a journey of raising, and most importantly, time, bro, because the day that the watch don't stop, the clock doesn't stop ticking, and to be able to value and cherish moments away from family, but also at the same time embracing our sports family, which, I mean, I don't got friends, bro. Like, I mean, I hate to say it that way, but y'all my friends, right? At the end of the day, like, yeah, sure, there's some people we text, we communicate with, but I'm more likely to drive 40 minutes to Rick than I am to fly home to Brooklyn, right? Like, that's just where I'm at in life, in, you know, my 30s. And I think about what that means to me. And, you know, Sunday is a getaway, right? Panels, all these things we do, sidebars, the chat, you know, it's a fun escape. And I appreciate y'all. And obviously, you know, our fortunes, right? You know, to be able to move south and try to create a better life for our family is everything to me. So shout out to the bros, bro.
All right. With that said, you guys.
Oh yeah, hold on, Carl. I'm thankful for this pie. Mom do for her foot in the pie right now. Cut me in on slide.
I hope that ain't the birthday pie. I hope you ain't dive into the birthday pie before she did, bro.
This an extra pie just for the show. You know what I mean? So that means it's my own personal pie right here.
Nah, you gotta send slices,
you
bro.
Guys,
for the show. Come on,
you guys enjoy
the whole pie already. Though,
I see what I can do. You know what I mean?
Enjoy the Bears.
Whole pie, bro.
Enjoy the Bears and the
dude,
Lions.
we got the whole
right now.
Don't go. Come on now.
We will be back on Sunday for our NFL kickoff show. You guys enjoy. Love you guys. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving from the Sports Hitless family. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Please.
Happy Thanksgiving.